All right, friends, how are you today? Aaron back at it again, bringing you your honest astrology daily horoscope for the 31st of May, Friday. Starting our weekend off right, the last day of the month, right? Moving into June, getting hot. We still have a lot of the same energy that we did yesterday with one major difference, okay? The moon has moved from Aries into Taurus, all right? Now, in Taurus, the moon is exalted. Exalted meaning it's stable. Stable. Exalted. There's interesting things in astrology. I want to reiterate here, when we say something is like strong or weaker, or when we say the earth signs are the least emotional, you know, I had some backlash and someone's like, we're emotional too, man. Just, you know, we express it differently. That's exactly the point. I'm an earth sign. I'm a double earth sign as well. It's just meaning the way that we express ourselves. That's what all this is. We're all, astrology is how we express. How we present ourselves to the world, how we express, and based on our astrology, based on where our things are in our chart, is how we express ourselves as human beings, as individuals, right? So the moon moving into Taurus, an earth sign, the moon is our emotions. Now, the three emotion signs are the water signs. Why? Water sinks to the bottom. Our emotions are at the bottom. Okay? Not up here. This is frantic. This isn't your emotions. Your emotions aren't up here. You know, this is frantic. This is thinking. This is a head game. Your emotions are here and down in your belly, right? It's here. So, when it's Taurus, specifically, exalted, meaning this is the most stable sign of the zodiac. It's the most grounded, right? We've talked about this before. Taurus is like the ground outside when you leave your house that's stable. You're going to see this ground every day. You know, Virgo is the trees, the plants that bloom and blossom and then die every year. Capricorn is the tops of the mountains and the peaks and the lows of the valleys of the ocean. Okay, these are the earth signs. So you expect the stability of Taurus. That's why when the earth shakes during earthquakes, it's crazy. People freak out. I've been in LA driving to set and you know, and all of a sudden you get this earthquake, you know, we get to set, people are freaking out, crying, thinking, oh my God, did everything fall from my house and my pictures and you know, did zombie Did zombie Audrey Hepburn back there fall down when I was at work? Stability. We don't expect the shake. Okay? Uranus is in Taurus. Uranus is that shake. Okay? Uranus, that you can't be comfortable around Uranian energy. Wow. I've never said that out loud before. That's a weird thing to say. It's not stable energy. It's not stable energy. It's a constant flux. Its main job is the release. You know, like we talked about in yesterday's video. Its main job in the zodiac is release. Like Saturn is Saturn is an immovable wall, and Uranus is unstoppable force. Do we see how these two can be combative? Now, they're not making an aspect right now. They have been for a very long time. They've been squaring each other. It was a trine and a square, and Pluto was squaring Uranus, and it led to depression, global depression for the past 7-8 years. Okay, it's very difficult to work with. Again, you have something that's not budging and something that is not taking no for an answer. You know, this is Uranus, this constant vibration that's slowly going to shake and rattle Saturn. It's like, hey man, I don't live within your world. I don't live within your limits of reality. Uranus is outside of the limits of Saturn, okay? Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, inward, right? All of these are defined by the laws of reality, the laws of Saturn. What goes up must come down. If I throw my phone against the wall, odds are good it's going to break, okay? Outside of Saturn, what do we have? We have Uranus, right? The great awakener, the breakthrough. We have Neptune, the dreams, the intangible. You can't tell me what to think. You can't tell me what to dream. Yeah. And then we have Pluto, the king of this transformation, the god, the lord of the underworld, you know, Hades. So it's like these guys live on the outside of Saturn. They're not confined. There's no structure. So basically Uranus he's going to win. You know, when it comes between Saturn and Uranus breaks things. There is the laws of reality that will never change, like gravity, but Uranus breaks things up. The Wright brothers, okay? We can fly now. Gravity certainly exists. We cannot deny this law. However, we can invent and think of something that will sustain in the air. Sustain and not be held to gravity's expectations during this time. How beautiful is that, right? So the moon moving into Taurus, stable, meeting up with Uranus. I'll just show you what it looks like. I mean, it's the same, you know, everything looks practically the same as yesterday. No crazy movement. You know, Venus moved a degree from 18 perfect to now it's a perfect sextile here. But as you see, this sextile is still happening. So this is still all that same kind of energy. Everything is still pointing up here to King Jupiter saying, hey, expand with me, friends. You know, with this knowledge, again, yeah, certainly Saturn over here there's laws and government and this is rules up here in Capricorn. But with more knowledge, we can break these rules of gravity. We can create this plane. We can create this device that flies. We can create satellites that are in the air, and now we have, you know, cell phone towers and signals, and you know, I mean, so everything is still pointing up here. But we have this beautiful emotional breakthrough release. Now that's going to happen about 10 a.m. in the morning. But we're still going to feel it through the good chunk of the day, okay? And then a little bit later, we're going to be getting closer to Venus, but that kind of comes into play tomorrow, as you see there. Boop, 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 boop. But we'll talk about that then. But for now, for today, we'll just wrap this up. It's like, again, that take flight. Take flight, you know? Where you see a problem, where you see a wall, there's a book somewhere, there's a nugget of knowledge somewhere that's going to allow you, or necessity. You know, if you don't see it, if there's not a book, if it's not knowledge, you will create this out of necessity. That's just as simple as it is. So it's a really great day. It's a really great day. Great breakthroughs, emotional release. Okay, the name of the day is that emotional, sweet emotional release. There's stability there, and there's a release while being stable. So it's a really good aspect. So I hope you have an amazing start to your weekend. Nice, stable, going into it, changing things up from the norm. Learning to fly, friends. We'll see you tomorrow.